Dear students, this is the second part of my video addressed to students of English Literature BA Part 3. I am discussing with you Matthew Arnold's famous poem Dover Beach. In the earlier video, I had read out the poem to you and I have also sent you the text of the poem. So listen to my reading of it. Read the text in front of you, and here is the introduction to the poem. Now this poem is a very famous poem by Matthew Arnold, and it was first published in 1867. It was composed probably in 1849, 50, 51, but it was published in 1867. So the later part of the 19th century. So let us first look at the title of the poem. What is the title of this poem? The title is Dover Beach. Now do you know the meaning of a beach? What is a beach? B-E-A-C-H. A beach is a seashore, a shore, right? So here the beach referred to is the shore of an English ferry port, Dover. Right, so English ferry port, a place called Dover, which is a port, which is a place where ferries come and stop. Right, they ply from one place to another. What is a ferry, by the way? A ferry is a small boat. Now they have cruises also, but at this time they were these. It was a ferry port at that time. So the beach referred to here is the shore of an English ferry port, Dover, in Kent. And this facing Calais, a French port, Calais in France, at the Straits of Dover. That is the narrowest part of the English Channel, right? Now, do you know what the English Channel is? Let me give you a few references. The English Channel is a part of the Atlantic Ocean. Have you heard of the Atlantic Ocean? The Atlantic Ocean is a big ocean, right? And the English Channel is a part of the Atlantic Ocean which separates south of England from north of France. So the journey to Calais from Dover Port is about 1.5 hours. It is about 34 kilometers. So Calais is a small town located at the point on the French coast where the English Channel is at its narrowest. It is 34 kilometers across to England. On good days, when the sun is shining bright, you can see the limestone cliffs of Dover, right? So Dover is one port and Dover is one port in England, and in between is the English Channel. It's a sea, it's a small part of the ocean, so it's a sea, and on the other side is Calais of France, right? So now the poet is standing at the Dover beach. On one evening, the moon is full and the poet is standing at the Dover beach. So at the surface level, you see, it appears as if the poet is talking about the beauty of the sea. The poet is, of course, talking about the beauty of the sea, but it has depths of meaning attached to it, alright? So standing at the port of Dover, the poet looks at the sea and says, let me refer to the first stanza. The sea is calm tonight. So what is, how is the sea? Is there a storm in the sea? No, the sea is calm tonight. The tide is full. The moon lies fair upon the straits. All right. So obviously, when the moonlight is full, when the moon is full, there is a lot of moonlight, and that at that time also the tide is at a high. You see, there are two states of the tide. There is a ebb and there is a flow. So the tide is at a high tide today, and there is a full moon. So the light of the moon is being reflected in the sea. It is a beautiful sight, and the sea is calm tonight. On the French coast, the light gleams and is gone, right? Gleams. What is the meaning of gleams? Gleams means shines. The poet is looking at the French coast of Calais, and he can see the lights of the French port, French coast. And he says, as the evening deepens, as the evening gets more and more into the night, the lights of France disappear. They shine and then they disappear. But the cliffs of England, right? So the cliffs at the side of the Dover side of the English Channel, there those cliffs are limestone cliffs. So they're white in color, limestone cliffs. So they are shining bright. You understand the meaning of the first 4 lines of the poem? The sea is calm tonight. The tide is full. The moon lies fair upon the straits. On the French coast the light gleams and is gone. The cliffs of England stand glimmering and vast out in the tranquil bay. Bay also means the sea, and it is tranquil. Tranquil means calm. So calm and tranquil are synonyms. Now I will continue my video in part 3. Right? Thank you.